Hello, hello, hello. What's happening, everybody? Oh, guess we're back to the split screen thing. I'm gonna have to actually send that in. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Can I not do that? What's up, Ranger? What's up, Mornio? Okay. Just trying to survive the week. I was off today. I had a lot of stuff to do around here, though. And it absolutely poured here. We had probably a couple inches of rain today. It was insane. Okay, what was the one I needed to do? Alright, let's see how this does. Let's see if it's gonna cooperate today. I sent you stuff. Okay. In game? On the Brawler? Okay. Sounds good. Well, it's just gonna be... That's weird, like it fixed itself right there. That's gotta be the card. Right? It's weird because those last two streams were perfect. Nothing happened at all. No problems whatsoever. None. Playing LOTRO. Alright, let's log in on the Brawler. Let's see what's there. Ranger said he has... Yeah, it was fine the last two streams. I don't know what's up all of a sudden. Guess we'll find out. What was that? There we go. All right, well, see what it does here. New mail. Okay, we got some potions. Thank you. And I'm gonna bet this is the other consumables. Yes. Thank you, Ranger. I appreciate you, buddy. Oh, there it goes again. I still have this like .NET fix thing. I don't know if it needs to... Well, so I have a ticket. 4 gems? What does that mean? I sent you 4 gems, dude, for that. What does that mean? Is that on shorts? What's up, Moo? Having trouble with my capture card, so let me see. Well, it's capturing, just ain't capturing right. That's it. Okay, let me see. Do I still have the email from that? See where we end up with that. What's up, Nathan? What are you getting into tonight? You know, we're hopefully getting into some LOTRO. We're seeing if this capture card's going to cooperate. Your gifts or gems are on. Oh, honestly, I didn't even know that. So let's see. That is. There they are. Oh, nice. Thank you, dude. So that doesn't show in the Caster Labs chat. I don't know that there's a way that I can make it show that. I'd have to have the dashboard on for that. So. This might be a stupid question. When they revamped that LI system, did they take out the old legendary vendors in Moria and anything related to the old LIs? So there are still like the Forge Masters and whatnot, and you can actually still get like the. I think you can still get the ones like if you go to like the 21st.
It is good to see you.
Actually, let's get in game here. But I believe you can still barter for the other ones. You miss the old LI system? You know, there's pros and cons to all of it. That's for sure. That's for sure.
It is good to see you.
I'm gonna go back to Thorin's for a minute here. I just coming back to the game, founder, and your videos have been my beacon standard to help navigate my way back. Hey, I appreciate that. I'm glad when the stuff that I do can help people either get into the game, get back into the game, increase their enjoyment. You know, obviously we know LOTRO has its issues, its things. There are some things that aren't explained very well. There are some things that aren't explained at all, and there's some things that are very, very convoluted and difficult to figure out without a little help. So I'm glad that I was able to do that for you. Let's clean this stuff up real quick. Keep my delving stuff. Keep all the stuff that was provided to me from the one and only ranger. I do like to help out. I may not have all the answers. I may not have the best information at all times, but you know, I have a lot of experience in the game. I've been playing since Shadows of Angmar, so I've gone through the ups and downs and all that stuff. So, you know, it is what it is from that standpoint. You know, just the way I also look at it is that if I post something and I'm wrong, one, I fully admit if I'm wrong. Number two, I'm fine just getting the dialogue started. You know, one thing I have criticized the overall LOTRO community, and this includes myself, is the openness of information. I think that there's a lot of people that gatekeep information, and it doesn't help advance the game at all. It really doesn't help move things along, if it were like, you know, so let's see, can I go to the Etmores from here, and then I'll go to, I'm trying to think of the fastest way to get back to for this character to get back to Moria. I recently re-downloaded the game. My other account was unrecoverable, and so I had to start over. Oof. That is rough. The best would be Breathe and Galtrov. Sadly, 17 years later, I need glasses to read any text in the game. So, you know, there's a text scaling in there. Isn't someone building a new Lord of the Rings game? So, the new Lord of the Rings MMO did get canceled because Amazon Games is basically done. Their Irvine studio that was working on New World and all that stuff was the same studio that was going to be working on the new MMO, and that is all done. So, there is another Lord of the Rings like open world game that has been loosely described more along the lines of a kind of like how Hogwarts Legacy is, that style of game. So we are supposed to be getting another open world, not like an MMO, but you know, another open world game. So there is some stuff there. Let's see. I have a first stage one-handed axe and Moria that looks amazing, and I wanted to see if they had a two-handed that looks similar, but I could not find the vendor. So that's the tricky part now. Let me get the Caltrap real quick.
How can I be of service?
Caltrap. I like the new system, but I miss the look of the old legendary weapons. Yeah, so I think I don't think there was a way to get them because that portion of the vendor is gone, I think. So you used to be able to buy it. Yeah, because the Relic Master is gone is the issue. Now, that being said, there is... Actually, I want to see if the other things are still there. Used to be a blue line with a smattering of yellow for defensive skills buffs. There is one in Rivendell?
The oak rod requires us
Well,
to
I'm gonna do this real quick. That's right. You can still get them in Lalia's Market. And a barter from roving threats. Okay. Didn't know about that one. Because there used to be... these cats over here. Yeah. There used to be... a bunch more people standing right here. But let's actually just... let's go back to Bree.
Dwarves must fight for dwarves.
Oh, that's Intermoria. I think this is crazy to me, by the way. This particular one, this particular hub, that you can go to Helm's Deep, to Forlald, to Hultvis, to Scarhald, to Dale, to Minas Tirith, Mag Ashtu, to Pelargir, to Anakurfu, to Stangard, Galtrev, Dorm, but you can't go to Bree. Wild. That just doesn't make any sense to me. That makes zero sense to me at all. Why there's no Bree here? It's like it connects to all the other things, so like I can swift between these two things, just make it cost more coin, and that's how that works. That's how it works. That's how it works. Okay.
You are welcome here, as long as you
Yellow used to have a passive. You could put 4 points into, ignore the pain, and get rid of. Oh yeah. Oh, you're talking about your Guardian. Yeah, Guardians were kind of nutty. All right, let's go. We'll go run in here and take a look at Lalia's real quick. See what's available. So yeah, we got 2 weeks left-ish until Kingdoms of Harad. There's some... I think there's 4 main zones that are coming out with that. And then there should be some... not at release, because they don't do it that way. There should be some dungeons in the raid and all that good stuff, so... I don't mean this negatively, but you have some status quo. You know, the expand or the... Hello? Oh god. What? Okay. So we're gonna go in from the other door. I see that now. What's up, Tiger? Just chilling, man. All right, so let's see. Yep. Okay. Man, this is just. Thanks, dude. have a feeling it. Excited for it. More storyline for the dwarf to explore. Eager to see what they have planned for 26 and beyond outside of Farad. Rune or Southern Mordor would be interesting, but something tells me they're more focused on Lindon. I don't know. I don't know if there'll be. So let's see. Let's look for the headwear, gloves, accessories, cosmetic pets, weapons.
What do you need?
Oh, they have that vaults one. The vault stuff is cool. You said you wanted axes though? Oh, I haven't seen that one before. Oh, that one's sick. Yeah, there's a lot of them in here for Mithril. It does it also when you go to the class hall. That's a bummer. Okay. Let's see here. What's up here?
Greetings.
I haven't actually looked at this stuff. Damn, there's a lot of shit here. Bunch of brawlers on tonight. See 3 of them right now. Oh, Kevin's 141. He's getting there. He's getting there. See what the kin's running, if anything. Also, I didn't get to mention it, but if you guys are, if you're looking at playing Ashes of Creation, I don't know if you guys caught the news from last week, but it is going into early access on December 11th. So anybody that has Alpha 1, Alpha 2, Beta 1, Beta 2 access has the ability to play starting December 11th. And they are actually pushing it to Steam as well. So, yeah. Hey, Gabelle, what's up? How you doing? No, not that. That is not what I want. Not that. Hmm. Well, it looks like I'm gonna do some delvings for right now. Yo, Slumberjack, thanks for the follow over on TikTok. Speaking of which, guys, if you are following on or watching on any of the platforms, like if you hear my voice right now, make sure you're following the channel. And if you enjoy the content, hit that sub button. It supports the channel. It all goes right back into all this. It's probably gonna go towards replacing my capture card since it wants to be a pain in the ass. So there's that. So just throwing that out there. Let me get back out to back out here. Gotta get back in the brawler rhythm here.
Oh, that was a kingly gift. Yes.
Moo, thank you for the gifted sub for Regos. I too like Regos. Thank you for that, buddy. I appreciate that. Okay, do I have... What's my weekly sitch looking like? So... 3 more regulars. Special? The 3 and 6 person delvings. I just never really get those done. But we'll start with this.
Travel with care, friend. Dangers are all about.
They said that this week is Fervor and Shadow. So let's just run this with a tier 7 to start with. All right, I'm gonna change up my outfit. Go back to this one for a bit. I like this one. This one actually fits the environment. Okay, so let's see what we got here. So health poultices. Enemy will heal itself. It's fine. Thick hide. The monster has a thicker hide and looks more difficult damage. A critical hit will breach the hide. Okay, that's fine. Lingering fear. Greatly reduce your ability to heal yourself. I don't have a whole lot of healing. Summon shadow to cover them and mitigate damage. Sauron's blessing, brief induction. Okay, it's fine. That's thick hide. Health pulses. And then we have fervor, so I need to put on some Need my health potions and my... Oh, let's use that. Let's use hope. There we go. I know. I hadn't had them, so I'm not used to it. Thanks, buddy. I'll leave this mouse over here just in case I need to deactivate and reactivate that. I actually can do it right from here, so I'll leave that right there. Oh yeah, bud. Oh yeah, bud, that feels good. Couple tier 4s cooking. Okay. Starting to feel a little better, Ranger. I'm not gonna lie, starting to feel a little better. What's up, Jason? Got into the game via Linux Mint. Everything seemed fine until it went through a door, stalled, and loading screen. Work in progress, I guess. For sure. But have you got back in? Or is it like kind of stuck there? Try logging into a different character. Like that happens on Windows too, so. Oh, okay. LOTRO works on Mint for me. Steam didn't work for me though. Interesting. So you had to do the standalone installer then? Standalone work. Interesting. Hey, where'd you come from? Oh no. It's a little closer than I wanted it to be. Alright, let's see if we get any loot. I need loot.
What say you, traveler? This valley belongs to the Shagani and no one else. This valley belongs to the Shagani.
All right, Ranger, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna try 12. Wait, I can't try at 12. I think I can only go up to 9. So I need to do a 9. That way I get the next stone. Ooh, they do 150% melee damage. Oh, and delving strength? That just doesn't sound good. Oh, well, I'm getting fervor too, so. This one would have been a great one to do on a 12. I have a feeling though, chat, I'm gonna get a piece of gear out of this one. What do you think? Gotta love the fervor bonus there. Well, that's a fun name. Fuck off. I dig that. What's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Is this free to play or sub? It is both. You can actually play a large portion of the game for free. You can also sub to get some additional perks. Some people would say there are some little things in there that make it pay to win, but it's not nearly as bad as a lot of Eastern MMOs that are pay to win. So Oh no. Why is that guy here right now? That's unfortunate. Oh no. I was not paying attention to that. What's up, Tegan? You just made a Lore Master. Any tips you can give me? Lore Master is not really my strong suit. But I mean, if you're leveling and whatnot, just sent more stuff. You did. Thank you. So let me make sure I lock those up. Yeah, also the Lore Master changed a couple months ago where they kind of reworked it a good amount, so wait, what are they saying in kin chat? Create new tab. New tab is gonna just be change filters. This is gonna just be kinship and fellowship. LOTRO is peak. My dad and I made a kinship called the Council of Imladris the day the kinship system came out. Nice. It's a long time ago. It's a long time ago. All right, now we can handle this dude. There we go. I'm all right. Bored, no good games right this moment. You're not playing Arc Raiders? Arc Raiders is pretty solid. I've been having a lot of fun with that. Just haven't been streaming it because, well, you know, streams don't do so hot with that content for me. Selling box of crafting materials. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Give me the Ritz.
Travel with care, friend. Dangers are all about.
My buddies are on a PoE kick. I prefer PoE 2. Oh, okay. I never really got into that style of game. Like the whole, you know, like Diablo, PoE, Wolcen, like that style of game. I guess I just never really understood. You enjoyed watching my Arc Raider streams? I think you were the only one. All right, Ranger. This is tier 12. Let's see what we can do. Let's put some buffs on. What's this? Sauron's eye falls upon the creature, creating a palpable aura of dread to surround it. Okay, awesome. Sounds wonderful. Yep, there it is. There's that. Let's get those. I'll even throw on a little Tome of Defense. Give myself a little extra. A little extra. Is that a reflect? That's a reflect, isn't it? Jeez. I didn't lose to a bird, I lost to 2 birds. And one had a reflex, so basically I lost to myself. Punched myself, Ranger. Okay. Okay. Well, didn't realize it too. It was too late. There's just so much removing that you have to do. That's what I don't dig. Can I actually throw on some additional hope? Double hope? Nope, can't. It's because I don't have... Do I have regular hope? And I'm pretty sure I don't have... I won't have enough. I've never punched myself, but I did step on a rake once. Very embarrassing. You did the whole Krusty the Clown thing? Alright. Okay, no hope in there either. How about if we do... I don't have that much money. Sort by unit buyout. Wow, people still do that. Kinship only auctions. Get out of my face. I can't even buy those. Good to bad ones. Make us some? Alright. If you're so inclined, I'd appreciate it. Where's... Ooh, I had just hit myself too, and then it's got the. See, this will be the one for it for sure, because otherwise, it's gonna be a lot. Oh. This is out in Harad. Oh my gosh. Jeez. So we're in the Imhular zone, which is in the Valley of Ikorban, which is in Haradwaith. And then the expansion that comes out in a couple weeks is actually going to be this section down here. So going to kind of round out this big chunk of... Hopefully that... I don't mean this in a bad way. I hope that's the end of Harad. I think we're good on Harad at this point. I've only had one stolen home. So this is where it's going to get me, getting 2 of these guys at the same time. Shit's brutal. Can never have enough Harad? Yeah, you can. I'm gonna strong disagree with that. I also do art IRL, and I recently made a giant map of Middle Earth. Be sick if they added Grey Havens to the game. Tegan, can you drop that in Discord? I'd like to see that if you don't mind sharing. Which I totally understand if you don't too. I don't feel compelled, but. All right. Yeah, absolutely. Come on. Should I buy the expansions in chronological order, or should I just buy the latest one? So that depends. It depends if you want to do the content, or if you're going to like largely skip over stuff. Also, if you have a paid sub, you have a lot of it. Like, you'll have a lot of the content attached to the sub up until the last couple expansions. So that can also be one way to do it. But pretty much up to 95 is free right now. Are book quests still a thing? Yes, they are. You also did Numenor, Beleriand, and then you're also working on Valinor. That sounds awesome. I love that. Ooh. Have I read any of the books? Yeah, absolutely. I actually have some of the cool special edition ones right over here. The green one's probably not going to show up well, but I actually have this one. Also has make sure that goes right. So it actually came with a map, which is pretty sweet. Like I said, this one might not show up as well because of the green, but there's this one. I love the gold leaf on here. And that one has the blue text on it. And then this one, of course, has the map of the Wilderland. So, pretty cool. Oh, actually has another map. Because naturally, the Hobbit has the Desolation of Smaug, with the moon runes on the back. So I have a little smaller collection, because I also have these two versions, which is, I think a lot of people have these particular copies. This one's a little bit more common. I also have the paperback version of The Hobbit. And I actually have not read this yet. It's Children of Hurin. And I actually have somebody, someone is borrowing my copy of The Fall of Numenor. So the copy of Fall of Numenor, I believe, is just the excerpts out of the Silmarillion, all condensed into all the references of Numenor. I don't know. I haven't got to read that one yet either, because I let somebody borrow it, and I haven't quite got that one back yet, I don't think. I've been looking for it, but I didn't find Children of Hurin. I had the book for a long time, but they were lost after moving when I was little. Oh, that sucks. I get you a new copy. Yo, Tristan, thanks for the follow over on TikTok. What class are you in race? This is actually, did I do regular? No, I did a Stout Axe Brawler instead of a regular. Where is, see, I do this, I get to talking on this particular one, and then I lose all the helmets. There should be one over here. Okay, they're both right here, both the ones I need. Okay. So the Brawler just runs around and punches shit, which can't go wrong with that, I guess. Always wanted to play this. Always wanted to play this. Never tried because I thought it was dead. I'm glad to see it. It is definitely not dead. So there's a new expansion coming out in 2 weeks for the game, which, if we look at this one, this one, come on. Dude, is that Cloudflare stuff still just causing problems? There we go. So, this is what we have for expansions. So you can see it's 2008, 2009, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2017, 2019, 2020, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So... I'll be perfectly honest, Corsairs of Umbar and Legacy of Morgoth should have been one expansion. That should have been one expansion. And the same basically with Three Peaks and Fate of Gundabad should have been one. Riders of Rohan and Helm's Deep should have been one. And Mordor and Minas Morgul should have been one. Like, I think if you put those in that context, it would have been incredible. Like, absolutely incredible. Yeah. Oh, did I just let that time out? I failed it. I failed it because I wasn't paying attention. God damn it. I just failed the tier 12 because I just didn't. I was done with it too. That's obnoxious. All right, chat. No, it's not on one of you. It's on all of you. It's all your fault.
Is there something you need? Travel with care, friend. Dangers are all about.
Well, let's try that again, shall we? Wait, I don't have an amethyst now because of that, so I need to do tier 9 again. Alright, chats. No matter what platform you're on, if you are enjoying the content, make sure you hit that follow button and toss a sub out there too if you're feeling like it. All that supports the channel, helps me do more of this on a more regular basis, and helps me replace my capture card that needs it. So I appreciate all that. And plus, when you do stuff, it just gets me killed. So that's what you're really here for anyway. Farfin Hero, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Yeah, so whatever platform you're on, make sure you hit that follow button for me. Oh, these guys have... Yeah, this might not work for me. Yeah, they're hitting pretty hard. Yikes. Okay. I mean, I could take their corruptions off. I could remember to do that, right? I can remember to do that. Interrupted, come on. All right, we'll do okay on this one with the 9. This one will be all right. This one will be okay. This will be okay. I'm not gonna pull all that at once, though. Oh, listen here, bud. Enjoy the corporation. What are you doing down there? Okay, this one should get me a piece of loot, I think. Right? Right, chat? It's gonna give me a piece of... I get a piece of gear after this one, right? Right? Right. Is that 3 of them together? Oh shit. Oh no, 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 no. Okay, we're fine. That's a lot of debuffs, though. What is this? Acidic water fills your lungs plus 50% from acid damage sources? Yikes. Okay, we're fine. We are fine. What's up, Mangar? Thank you for the 20 months, dude. Welcome back. What are you up to tonight, buddy? Okay, how about I actually get out of this one? Alright, give me a piece of gear. No, I don't want that. Give me a piece of gear. Piece of gear, please.
Valley belongs to the Shagani, and no
Piece
one
of
else.
gear.
This
Piece
valley
of
belongs
gear.
to the Shagani, and no one else.
Extraordinary delving chest? I actually got that out of this. Contains especially rare items to aid you on your adventures. Oh, that's a portent. And a jet. Okay. The 10-minute cooldown portent. I got the right one too. Okay. Could wear the chest. Yeah, maybe his shoulder pads on the dwarf. Yeah, you're right. It is for mimics. Yep, 100%. The good bacon.
Care, friend. Dangers are all about.
Sadly, that's gonna be the role for gear. Is gonna be that box that I just got. Well, that's fun. Yoink and yoink. Easy enough. I'll try 12 on this. Okay, I'm gonna redo my buffs here. I have hope right now. I have Toma defense. Because this is just, you know, killing some boars. What could go wrong? Nope. Almost killed myself there. Almost. Almost. No. This is gonna be a pain in the ass. This is gonna be brutal. I don't know if I could do this. Yeah, this is gonna be tough. I'm gonna be burning cooldowns like crazy. He's probably close enough to pull the other one now. Damn, this is brutal. Okay, didn't pull bows, that's good. Um, I'm actually going to go ahead and get out of this. They're wanting to do a instance. Oh, Ranger, I just Nice. There you go, Ranger. That was the first boss fight on this guy. Okay, cool. Thank you. Oh, shit. I didn't realize that. Below and above, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. I swear, every time I die, I either get a sub or a follow. It's just like a command that just offs my character. Ah. Yeah, I'm not used to a good buff being on such a short cooldown. Know what I mean? Like, you're just so accustomed to every good buff just being like a 2, 3 to 5 minute cooldown or more. Thank you, sir. Oh, did you have a note on there too and I didn't read it like a dickhead? All right. Did you actually write something on there and I didn't read it? It looked like there was something there. I have a feeling I'm gonna die in the second boss. I know it's gonna happen. Oh, okay, cool. Ooh, that hurt. Well, that was a little closer than I thought. Okay. Oh, got interrupted on that. Ha! Right at the end. I told you I was gonna die in that fight. Yeah, right? Someone sub. If I die, someone has to sub. I didn't make the rules. I just follow them. This should be fun. Hey, that counts.
Kingly gift, yes.
Ranger, thank you for the gifted sub. The gifted for below and above. New viewer, new follow, new sub. There we go. Thank you, dude. God, you've gifted 624 subs to the channel. That's insane. Well, see, Ranger, I should be your favorite now because I'm playing a dwarf brawler. I mean, that's gotta speak volumes, man. All right, let's see if I can not get jacked up on this. For these guys, it's about keeping these tier 4 buffs up as long as I can. these skills are put into certain orders to do so. But I also just started really playing this class like, what, 2 weeks ago, maybe? There are definitely classes that are more important than others as far as rotations go. I'd say though that they all have some validity to them, but some are more dependent than others. LOTRO is definitely a more chill game. I am on Glamdring. Okay. Oh, there's some stuff. Okay, those little... See, more might, little less vitality. And marginal. I got stuff in Bella's here? Yeah. It's true. Let's see, we'll do mastery. Wait, isn't this from... No, that's not what I'm thinking of. It says innate strength skill cooldowns. I think I do use that one, right? No, I don't. So what is that? Set up skill cooldown. And that's 0.2 seconds. Nah, that's dumb. It is the tank version though, so you know. Yeah, so that was always one thing I liked about WoW was setting your loot spec. God, I would love it if we had that in this. It'd make life so much easier. I would really like it if you could select a loot spec. Yeah, so I would still prefer to be able to select what spec, because maybe I'm going in as a DPS and I want to build out my tank. So for me to build out in SWTOR, to build out the tank, I would need to play as the tank then. You know what I mean? Like I like to be able to do that. Hold on, I'm just looking at something here. Give me a minute. Okay. Oops. The skirmish token? Hardly ever use it. What are you talking about? The portent? This one? Yeah, I literally just got that out of a drop. All right. What? Interesting. Okay, so what's the play now? I mean, really, with just a couple weeks left. Mastery 197%. That's decent. 27%. It's decent. I mean, I did fine in a tier 2. I died at the end of something stupid. That was my fault for not paying attention to. Got a couple essence slots that are available. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think about this next expansion? What's the vibe on it? I don't know. Do we like still sticking around in Harad longer? Because we know we're gonna be. Where's my cursor? There it is. You know, we know that we are just down here. Vibe is a very large quest pack. Yeah, if there was enough content, like, if there was a trying to think of how I want to phrase this. But this past 2 expansions, so we had B Kennedy, thanks for the follow, buddy. TMK, very overpriced quest pack. Well, I mean, you're gonna get, like, when you buy it, you're gonna get the raid and the instances too, so there's that. You know, no one's forcing you to buy the ultimate, so I'm trying to think of what that must look like on their end for what is profitable, what is break even, and what allows them enough to invest. Like, obviously we have no idea what that looks like because they don't post financials, so interesting though. I was thinking my thought is that if it was more like if it was 2 years in between and the expansions were just massive. So like I said, if you put Corsairs of Umbar and Legacy of Morgoth together, oh hell yeah. I'm missing something new, something that changes what I can do. Okay, that's fair. Or like a new way of doing content or something like that. Like when the skirmishes came out and all that stuff. But are you missing that because that was just how it happened to be every time? Like, we got so used to that now it becomes a requirement? I don't know. Playing the wrong game, expecting SSG to actually expand outside the status quo. I mean, I'm not expecting them to at all, so. Also missing good raids. Temple was a massive flop. I think Temple was a problem because you had Mach de Corbo also at 150. I think if you're gonna do multiple raids at the same level cap, I think you're gonna need, I mean, kind of like we had with you think about it, Mines of Moria, we had a lair raid, so the first raid was just one boss, remember? It's just a watcher. And then it was with the Scourge of Khazad-dûm. Then we got DN and the turtle, so you know we still had 3 raids at that level cap, but they all offered something different. So I don't know. I think the problem with the multi-boss thing like that we have, which I love a good multi-boss multi-wing raid. What's the topic? Just expansion talk, and generally speaking. Not anything in specific perks. Level cap is going to be 160, right? Yes, it will be. Haven't played in a while, but LOTRO popped up in my emails. Yes. No class, race, landscape difficulty, LI kind of server. Yeah. Do you think they'll do 2 expansions every 10 levels to slow down the level increase? I don't know. See, there's an inherent problem with MMOs or any type of thing where you're expanding is it didn't feel like a raid, just felt like 3 bad 6-mans. Okay. I mean, that's a fair take. I think if the game had proper level scaling, like Guild Wars 2 does, like where if you go back, like if I went back to the Lone Lands right now, I'd be scaled down to like, I don't know, 28 or something like that. Then I could actually go do stuff that like felt like I could go do stuff that would be relevant at any time. And, you know, it's just you run into the situation where you outgrow a zone, and so that you have no reason to ever go back to it. Yeah, SwitchWar does it too. Yeah. Level scaling would be interesting. How do you feel about landscape difficulty? I just don't feel like landscape difficulty offers enough. Like, I personally don't see the incentive to do it other than to just slow me down and be annoying. Like, it kind of, I think it answers the wrong problem. And here's the thing. So I will give SSG a lot of credit because they try to innovate, but I think where it falls flat is they try to innovate the wrong problems, or they try to innovate on the wrong problems. So like we've talked about it in the past, like obviously, like if you zone into a big battle right now, you get downscaled. So the downscaling tech already works. Like it's already there. The solution's already there. They just implement it. We talked about like arenas and stuff like that for PvP. The tech already exists. You already have, you know, a queuing system. You already have skirmishes that would offer, or I'm sorry, not arenas, but battlegrounds. You already have a skirmish system. You literally could take those maps and incorporate those. You already have all the answers in place. You're just not connecting the dots and executing on that because that's not part of the vision that they want. Joshua, thanks for the follow, buddy. You've never tried Monster vs. Street? It's fun. It's definitely not everybody's cup of tea though. It does, like, there's very large pendulum swings out there as far as the balance goes, because at the beginning of an expansion typically the creeps are a little bit more powerful, and then as the expansion ages and, you know, creeps get to go do their, you know, ranking up their stuff and leveling up and getting gear and all that stuff, it tends to go the other way. Some of that has been mitigated by them making the gear out there that you have to have. So the only real advantage you have is if you're somebody that's done all your virtues and stuff like that. So there's that. Yo, Stockbot, thanks for the tier 1. Appreciate that, buddy. 5 months. Welcome back. I do know that there is some work being done that is supposed to really help make the game more alt-friendly. I don't know what the progress of that is, but I do know that there is work being done on that. I know there are some other games out there that are very alt-friendly, and there are some that are incredibly not alt-friendly. So, and it just depends. Part of the problem for LOTRO is that it is so old that sometimes figuring out what seems like the easiest thing is buried in so much crap code that good luck finding it. And if they actually do find it, what else what else broke along the way. So I don't know. I feel like they always have the right answer too. Yeah. Honestly, the account wide stuff, I've made the argument for years. Like, the account, if it's my account, everything that is on it, I should just have like if I completed a raid, I should be able to do what I want with the gear and stuff like that. I shouldn't have to like complete it on every single one of my characters to be able to get the gear. It's like I beat it, not that character beat it. And I think that's just a mindset that they have to look at, is like anything that you purchase out of the store should be account, end of story, except for if it is like specifically a class or a character thing, like a name change or, you know, something, or a race change, something like that, that is obviously very specific to that particular character. But like, I know for myself, I would play a hell of a lot more if it was more alt friendly. Like, I have backed off on so many of my other characters just because it's too much to work on. Pets and mounts and titles. Yeah. Some of the titles I get. That could be like a meh, yeah. Let's see. A different game, MMO Lite, recently introduced an overlay for landscape. You do a mission, landscape instance, or special daily to fill up a quick bar. Once you get that, you get a retaliation, an instance version of a landscape portion, and you have to conquer that landscape with hardened enemies and more assault. World Renowned, I still haven't finished that one. That title, yeah. I have that on my champ. I haven't. And see, that's the thing for me, is my completionist, if you will, is my champion. I do most everything on the champion. But then, like, you go and play a different character and it's just so severely gimped because of, you know, the legendary work, because of the virtue work and stuff like that. And it's just like, I think that really detracts from the fun and the experience of the game. For a game that, okay, so let's talk about it this way. For a game that so heavily emphasizes the story and the experience, I spend a hell of a lot of time in menus and systems rather than content. That was my hunter. Most titles in rep. Can't even get any more since 2015. Yeah. Yeah, like that's the big deal, is the game needs more game and less menus and systems and stuff like that. We just need things that encourage us to go play, not like, oh, I gotta, you know, I need to, like, looking at my trait panel, and some of this was actually leveled off of my, like, all these 96s were from doing the better Valor. So, like, I'm fairly gimped on a lot of this because I'm getting 21 morale on this versus, well, I have all offensive ones in right now, but like, you know, I'm only getting 10 mastery instead of 1,000 for all of these. So it's this changing the way that this is done is fine. Like, I like the way that they handle it now, of being able to choose the ones that you want to level, and you don't have to go do this very specific thing to get you know, Valor 10, rank 10. You know, you don't have to go do that very specific thing. But yeah, we all love the inventory management online game. Come on. Yeah. Yeah. Even on an alt, you know, like, and we're looking at shared storage, the vault, and this is an alt I've only played for like 2 weeks really. And then let's see, our wardrobe. And just I have a tendency to just play and ignore the menus and things I should probably pay attention to. I mean, and it seems all the systems they add to make the game less and less fun. So I feel a lot of this came around like when the mobile game era started. There's things that just encourage you to log in, and I don't like that. So hey, you log in to get your Hobbit presents. Well, I might as well go get my daily thing from my boxes at my house. Well, I should probably do this daily thing, like daily. It's like when you have good dungeons and stuff like that, like, look, I get most of the population of the game is not level cap, and that is a unique issue for this game. I think I would say it's like inversely proportionate to how some other MMOs are, where a larger portion of the game is level capped and not. But there's this huge, I mean, 150 levels without doing a Valor. I mean, it takes a long time. There's just not a good way. Like, I'm not, all my characters are 130 and above, I think. So it's like, if I have a buddy, I'm not going to make another character again. I'm just not going to do that. So I don't know. This game being as old as it is and having the level cap that it does, definitely provides its own set of issues that I think a lot of games don't have to deal with. So SSG has to come up with ways to deal with that and make it engaging. And that's a difficult thing to do. That is a difficult thing to do. How many people are on right now? Yeah, so there's only 617 non-anonymous people on right now. So, but you know, like on here's the thing, on launch day too, for Kingdoms of Harad, we'll see that probably up to like 1,500, and then within, you know, the first hour, there'll be people that are 160 because they kept all their quests and all their boosts and all that stuff. And that's that. I think there is a severe lack of agency for the game as far as doing what you want, which sounds crazy for this game, but the way I mean it is actually to your point, Ranger, and wow, you can start now and get to end game fast. That's my point, is like, for the people who want to end game, dude, like, it's daunting in this game, farming 70 missions. And see, like, for me, that's just like, So do you just go do all of them and then just have them queued and ready to go and turn on like a XP buff with a XP tome? Yeah, see, like, that's, I really wish that that kind of stuff was like discouraged in a way, like, I don't know, the first week or something like that, but then people wouldn't play because they're gonna do it, they'd do it after the first week. Like, I don't know, but let the people who are actually gonna play the content be the first ones to get to 160, not things that are just gonna be queued up and boosted. Like, I don't know, let's play the damn game. Like, at that point, we don't even, At that point, what people are wanting is they're wanting the game fellowship. Is what they're wanting. You go in and you do dungeons, and that's all you do. There's no leveling to it. There's progression through gear and, you know, basically the equivalent of skill points and stuff like that. But there's no levels. You just keep playing, and you keep doing higher and higher difficulty dungeons endlessly, and that's the game. And that's what some people want. And that's why that game exists. I think I think I fall in this boat too, where maybe we're trying to make LOTRO something that it's not, and it was at one point, but is never going to be again. SOA and Mines of Moria, and I think Isengard really had a good mixture of everything. It had good crafting, it had good PvP, it had good raids, dungeons, it had good story, good rep factions. Like, there was such a good mix of all the things at that time, and that bar was set so high for them that I think they're just not going to be able to meet that bar again. Because you got to think, Isengard, a lot of the work was outsourced. That's also why you can't dye a lot of things in the Isengard. Like, you can't dye Isengard armor. It's because it was outsourced. It wasn't done in-house. They literally said, here's the stuff. They didn't actually put the color layers on it so that you could dye it. I don't know if a lot of people know that. Obviously, SOA and Moria was all in-house. Much larger team at the time, so they were able to do those things. But much smaller team, so you kind of do, whether positive or negative, you do what works, and that is, it's going to be more missions, a lot of copy and paste stuff. So yeah, Mordor caused a whole separate set of problems. There was a lot of class imbalance stuff that happened during that, and just the whole Light of Arendelle situation, like Radiance 2.0, all that kind of stuff. So yeah. See, I disagree. 50 to 60 was peak for me. Like, just OG, fantastic. Weirdly enough, I play to get to explore new areas. I level up because I have to get to the next chunk of maps. I mean, that's fair. Yeah, Mordor mobs actually were pretty tough when Mordor came out. Especially the further and further you got into the Shadow of Mordor. It was pretty rough, so... I can't believe Kevin is only 9 levels away from cap. I feel like I just need to give him an XTB buff and go get him through those last 9 levels so he can play the new stuff when it comes out. I don't know what time we got. Almost 12:30. All right. Well, I got to work at 8 o'clock in the morning, so got to get up in about 6 hours. So sadly, my time for this evening is going to come to an end. But let's see here. But thank you guys all for watching. If you are enjoying the content, make sure that you follow the channel. Hit that subscribe button as well. I no longer have chat because Caster Labs just disconnected, so I can't see anything. So that's actually a great time to head out then. So Thank you guys all for hanging out. Like I said, if you are enjoying the content, make sure you follow all the channels that you're watching on, subscribe to them to help support the content. And I will be back here on Thursday night with some more LOTRO. We'll probably... I don't know what class we'll be playing. We'll check out some stuff, though. On that note, I'm out of here. You guys all have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you soon. Bye!